Hello and welcome to Trading with Rob. I am Rob and this is my bar by bar replay review of the DAX 40 on the 5-minute chart for the 18th of May 2026. Going into the day, we had quite a large gap down of about 198 points from yesterday's close shown in red, below yesterday's low in yellow, down to the open of the day, bar 1. Going into the market, we have a bit of a pullback to the 60-minute EMA, and then a continuation down to a new low, climactic end of a trend by the looks of it, and a strong reversal up going into the open of the day. Bar 1 is a strong bull bar with small tails above and below. Good continuation bar for the bulls after this bull nearly micro channel, just about. Very strong buying going into the open of the day, and the market is in always in long to start off with. This is the benefit of looking at the pre-market action. Gives you a bit more context for the beginning of the day rather than just looking at regular trading hours, and gives a bit more understanding of what might be happening on the open. Follow through bar on the breakout above the 5-minute and 60-minute EMA. Small gap up here, showing strong buying. Good for the bulls, higher prices likely. Then have a small bear bar, bit of a pause. Sellers coming in, maybe some profit taking early in the day, obviously, and reversals are more common on the open. So we then have a second bear bar, but again, very small. Not very good for the bulls. Want really stronger bars to, when considering the size of this, the strength of the bulls going into the market open, need stronger selling for the bulls to take back control, the bears to take back control. At this point, it's a small leg down, small pullback, forming high 1, bull bar breaking above the bear bar. Bar 3, but in terms of a high 1, this is probably a bad signal bar, so maybe not the ideal setup. Might expect a small second leg down. And it is good to point out that after this strong bull bar on the open, probably expecting just from this bar, if we were taking it in isolation, a second leg up, so potentially could use a measured move target somewhere around here by the looks of it, based on the body, open to close as an initial target if buying above this bar. Another small bear bar. It's essentially a leg 1, leg 2 pullback after the first leg up, going towards the 5-minute EMA. Did find buying into the close, so strong buy still. And bar 6, strong bull bar, closing near its high, testing towards the low of yesterday, which was Friday, but also reaching a measured move target of the bar 1 bull bar. So might be expected to take some profits, reversal, some buyers looking to, sellers looking to sell around the resistance of yesterday's low, particularly given the large gap down. This could also be seen as a leg 1, leg 2 pullback based on a strong trend or gap down. The gap down often will be seen as can be seen as a breakout bar or a trend bar. So this could be a bit of a 2-leg pullback to resistance, reversal bar on 7, bear bar, leading to a strong bear entry bar closing on its low. Could be good for the bears, but is testing this area of support now, prior highs of the opening bars, so this little tight trading range. Bar 9, small bear bar, looks like buyers are supporting the price at this point, and could be that higher prices are likely given the strength, the overall strength of this initial move up that started before the market opened, about half an hour before the market opened, up to the higher bar 6. We then have a bull bar, a better test of the low, and a closing of the opening gap might be the initial targets for another leg up. Then another small bull bar, and in the first hour a small doji with a very small bull body, good for the bulls, testing the prior high close of bar 6 and finding some sellers. So maybe some buyers bought here, were disappointed by the follow through bars, and maybe bought some more and exited break even on their first entries and profit on their second entries. Then have another bull bar. Obviously most bulls probably held on and getting better test of yesterday's low. Small pullback from there, showing some maybe profit taking or sellers getting involved. And then another bull bar. Quite a tight channel up so far. First pullback, micro channel to up from 9 to 14. Relatively strong buying, and some resistance going sideways at the low of yesterday, which might not be so surprising. So then stronger bar, still quite small, but breakout above the Friday's low and closing just below the close of yesterday. Likely so close to the close of Friday now that price likely needs to get there and close the opening gap down, especially given how much buying there has been from the open and in the pre-market immediately before. Bar 18, better test of yesterday's close. Some small amount selling shows with the tail above. Price quite far away from the EMA. Breakout above the Friday's close and 3-bar bull microchannel. Could be late in the trend, but the market, the channel up is very tight and any pullback is likely to be small. So this could be seen as a 3-bar bull microchannel setup, highly likely to lead to higher prices. Small bear bar, inside bar, price might be consolidating after this late climactic leg in the trend, so might go sideways for a couple of bars. Bar 21 continuing on sideways, almost another inside bars, but not quite. Then a stronger bull bar breaking up higher above the Friday's close and buyers continuing to buy. Then had some potential breakout of the trend maybe. Let's see if we can connect here and here. We're getting a bit of a test of the channel line or even from there to there, maybe not quite as much there, so it might not be so relevant. Then on bar 24, another relatively strong bull bar, but inside bar again, so sideways action. And then have a more significant bear bar closing pretty much on its low, small tail above. Could be just profit taking at this stage. Price is quite far away from the 5-minute EMA, so price might need to pull back for a few bars to reach it, or move sideways and allow the 5-minute EMA to catch up and allow the market to be not so climactic, not so overbought. Then have bar 27, small bull bar, small trading, tight trading range developing with a lot of overlap on the last 6 or so bars. Another bull bar closing in the middle of the range, small tails above and below. Bar 29 testing above the range, the tight trading range, and finding sellers. Bar 30, another good bar for the bulls. 4 bull bars in a row, creating another tight channel up, forming potentially another higher low, but starting to look like a small pullback trend. Will be a breakout on a higher time frame, and means that really from the open we've had very strong buying, so higher prices are likely. Then have a relatively strong bear bar closing near the bottom of the trading range, or the small range that's starting to develop, so perhaps not the best for the bears. Needs follow through and doesn't get it on bar 33. Small bull bar, price is getting closer towards the EMA. Another small bull bar on bar 34, tails above and below. Price continuing to consolidate sideways for the most part, but also slight drift upwards, still creating higher lows and higher highs. Another strong bear bar could be a 2-legged pullback towards the 5-minute EMA, maybe even the close of yesterday, which now, since price has broken above, will be acting as support. Bar 36, another strong bull bar, have basically market going sideways, poor follow through on breakout bars, and it's pretty typical of a trading range at this point. But again, the EMA is getting closer to price as the time goes on, making the market more attractive for buyers. Then have another bear bar, 2-bar reversal, increasing selling pressure shown by these last 3 or 4 larger bear bars, but in comparison to the number and strength of the bull bars, still relatively small in terms of the selling pressure. Bar 38, follow through for bar 37, but closing on the close of Friday, which, as mentioned, should be acting as support. First close below the 5-minute EMA, likely to be bought, so really needs to have more follow through for the bears to take control. Bar 39, smaller bear bar, showing decreasing selling pressure. Not really good enough follow through to say that the bears have taken control, although possibly from bar 37 to 39 the leg down is strong enough to expect another leg down, so maybe a deeper pullback, either testing the low of yesterday or after a deep pullback, maybe retesting just below the first leg. Depends on what comes next. We get another bull bar now, and closing at the 5-minute EMA, closing above the Friday close. Our bulls coming back in, likely to, after buy the first test below the 5-minute EMA. Bull follow through bar, but very small, more of a doji bar, pause bar, mostly overlapping with bar, if not completely, so inside bar with bar 40. And then 42, small bull bar, closing clearly above the 5-minute EMA. Price getting further away from the close of yesterday, the support. We've got maybe a bit of a expanding triangle going on. So if we change that to blue, and then something possibly like that, gives us an idea of where price might be going. We then have a small bear bar closing just above the close of yesterday, so still the close is acting from Friday, is acting as support, with traders buying any breakout below, or bars attempting to close closer towards it. Another bull bar, and then a larger bull bar on bar 45, closing on its high, good for the bulls. Could be the start of a second leg up with leg 1, leg 2, or a double top, testing the upper trend line of the expanding triangle, or of a double top with the prior high. Another bull bar on bar 46, testing the potential double top. Smaller bar than 45, showing decreasing buying pressure. And then a stronger bear bar, and reversing and breaking out from bar 46. Good for the bears. Could be that this might be more of a double top. Oh, yeah, double top there. Or it could be that the expanding triangle is slightly less steep. Number of ways to view it. Then a bull follow through bar, small again on bar 48, showing decreasing selling pressure as we approach the close of Friday. Bar 49, another bear bar, closing below the 5-minute EMA, testing towards the close from Friday. But really we have a small bear trend, pause or pullback, another bear trend, trend bar on 49, then on 50, strong bear bar, longest tail above, testing above the 5-minute EMA, closing below the 60, close from Friday, but potentially forming testing a support area of the prior low. So here's reasons that the market might reverse at this point. Obviously we've got the expanding triangle, trend line, lower trend line, a bit lower down. Bar 51, then have a strong bull bar. You can possibly argue that the expanding triangle is a bit more like that. We have a strong bull bar breaking above both the close from Friday and the 5-minute EMA, closing above it, reversing up from potential double bottom. A very strong bar, likely to have a second leg up itself, which gets good follow through. So another potential second leg up from these two bars. Starting to test prior highs, finding some sellers on bar 52, then 53, sorry, and then 54, another bear bar. Not much of a pullback for considering the size of the bar 51, 52 breakout at this stage. So depends on whether price is going to continue downwards from the top, from another double top. Just pull that over there. Yeah. Good size bull bar on 55, breaking up from the 5-minute EMA, closing far above the last 20 to 30 bars. So good for the bulls. The further away it breaks above the prior bars, the more likely it is going to be successful. Want to see good follow through though, and of course it is testing this trend line. If we extend that forwards, and then on bar 56, large bull bar, testing up towards yesterday's open. Two very strong bars, climactic breakout, but the market has been consolidating for the last few hours, so it's not really late in a trend. Could be a second leg up from the first leg from here to here. If we were looking at that, looking for some sort of measured move, potentially like that, where does that take us? Up to yesterday's high, shown in yellow, the upper yellow bar. So resistance above yesterday's open. 3 strong bull bars in series, likely to get a second leg up. Climactic, so might have a bit of a pullback before it continues higher, 1 or 2 bars. Bear bar on 55, relatively strong, closing on its low, but again quite small in comparison to the size of the recent bull bars. So a bit more follow through. Normally would expect buyers to come in around a 50% pullback, or 30 to 50% depending on the size of the breakout, entering the buy zone, then have a pause bar. This is a high one buy setup, not a very good signal bar, but because the breakout is so strong, a lot of buyers will buy above a small bar like 60. Then have a stronger follow through bar, entry bar, better for the bulls. Could buy above here, and then on bar 62, small bull bar, testing again the open from yesterday, and finding some sellers, but still always in long. Have to expect higher prices, and these to be relatively minor pullbacks, unless the bulls can create larger bear bars closing on their lows. So 63, small bear bar, could be leg 1, leg 2, pullback, testing the 50% level of the area midpoint of the large strong bull leg up here. Then have another small bear bar showing decreasing selling pressure on 64. Price now starting to form a high 2 setup on the second leg down. strong bull bar closing just below the high of bar 64. So this is a better signal bar for our high to entry. Can buy above here, looking for a second leg up, which could be targeted around here, or you also use from the open to the close of either the strong bull bars up or the full leg up as a target. Small bull bar, more of a doji bar than anything else, on 66. 67, strong bull bar closing on its high, breaking above yesterday's close. Start of a second leg up, could be heading into an area of resistance, potential double top, but likely such a strong bar breaking above the resistance of yesterday's open that likely to get second leg up, or at least some more buying. Got the targets above of yesterday's high and measured move based on the leg 1, leg 2 projection. So reasonable to expect more buying. 68 and 69 breaking strongly above the resistance of yesterday's high, testing the measured move area, and then going a little bit higher. Then have also probably testing a measured move of these 3 bars from the open to the close. If we projected that, it might be a little bit higher around here. So then second leg up, starting to find some sellers creating tails above the bars. Climactic again, markets could go pause after climactic moves. Price starting to go sideways, small bear bar, inside bar, small tight trading range, 72. Then another strong bull bar. Repeated climaxes make a reversal a bit more likely. Then have a strongish bear reversal bar, likely some profit taking. Price is moving up. Depending on what happens, we've got a higher high. If we create something like that, reasonable for a trend, a bull channel line, or it looks like it's a bit far away to be a double top, but it is above the obvious resistance of yesterday's high, so it could be finding sellers just because of that. Small bull bar, inside bar, another small bull bar on 75. Price continuing to go sideways and drifting up. Another small bear bar, inside bar, and another bear bar. Again, price is relatively far away from the 5-minute EMA, so reasonable to expect that it might go sideways or pull back to allow the average price to catch up. Then on 78, doji bar, small bull body, trading range bar, pretty much completely in the tight trading range that's been developing for the last few bars range, as is bar 79 as the price goes further, pulls back a little bit more, giving the 5-minute EMA time to close up a little bit. Bar 81, price has been drifting down slightly on the average in this small tight channel. 81's a bear bar, forming in a bit closer towards the yesterday's high and the average price, the 5-minute EMA of is getting a bit closer. Bar 82, strong bull bar. We've got two strong legs up already. First leg was strong enough for a second leg, and the second leg was strong enough that it's likely to have a third leg in itself. So could be a potential wedge top, or depending on how strong the third leg up is, might have another leg even after that. Then bar 83, small bull bar, starting to test above the prior high with closes and follow through. So still quite good for the bulls, but is a third leg up. Have to be a bit more careful because more likely to get a reversal as it's formed a wedge. Bear bar on 84 with follow through on 85, closing on its low. This could be profit taking from the bulls after a climactic end of a trend. Then have a bull bar, strong close on its high, long tail below, technically a reversal bar. And if, well, although have to be careful if you're buying above this because it's very late in the trend up. We've already had 3 quite strong, very strong pushes up. So with each increasing leg, the odds get worse. 87, a small bear bar. Could be the start of a second leg down in a pullback. Or could be a pullback on the pullback. Starting to form or test the prior highs with 88, another bull bar closing strongly on its high. And then getting lots of alternating poor follow through bars on the bars. So a bear bar on 89, poor follow through for 88, reducing the odds of higher prices. 90, another bear bar, closing near its low but within the range, relatively small compared to some of the more recent bars. And then a strong bear bar down, so it could be leg 1, leg 2, or a double top. Strong bear bar closing strongly below the 5-minute EMA, is testing the prior tight trading range over here, tight channel, so would likely find some support there. Might expect price to either bounce above, because it has been quite a long time since the price was testing below the 5-minute EMA, 20 plus bar gap bar average to average setup, but really want to look for a bull reversal bar before buying, probably, especially given how strong these 3 bars are. Do have a bull reversal bar, relatively small, and in comparison to this, how strong this is, might want to wait even for a second entry, particularly since this isn't as strong as what you might want. Bar 93, another small bear bar, tail below, testing again the prior lows, just below the 5-minute EMA, and price is starting to get a bit more consolidated below the 5-minute EMA. Small bear bar, tail above, showing some selling above the 5-minute EMA. And then 96, another small bull bar, long tails above, showing that buyers are finding it difficult to break above the 5-minute EMA. And that might be because this 3-bar bear microchannel is slightly strong enough that a second leg down might be needed, might be strong enough for that. Then have a strong second leg down or wedge down with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing the support level of yesterday's high, as well as the breakout points on bar 57. So a few reasons for support. Oops, let's change it to that. Doji bar testing yesterday's high. Late in the day, we've only got about another 20 minutes of trading at this point, so a little late to be starting to place new positions, but bar 99, small bull bar, inside bar, completely going well. That's an II pattern, small tight trading range late in the day, and that continues going into the close. So overall, had a very strong day for the bulls, sorry. Strong initial leg up. So leg 1, pause, leg 2. Outside up bar for the bulls on the daily chart, which is good for them, but is pretty much completely overlapping, obviously, with prior day, so it is a bit of a trading range day as well. Quite climactic, strong bull bar, so might make tomorrow either bullish or neutral, as price might be expected to consolidate. Also, with us having a wedge going into the close of the market, close of the day, might have this as a wedge pullback to support of the prior day's high, so could be a basis for another continuation for the bulls going into Tuesday. So overall, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope that you have found this interesting, and if you have, then please consider liking and subscribing, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I will do my best to get back to you. Thanks for watching.